In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter.
Hello.
For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
Let's do our daily first. No, I'm not either. I'm just going to do the imaginary theater first. Oh, we also have to do weeklies. Oh, I forgot to do the weeklies. Let's do the weeklies first.
Stabilize!
Emerge! Right here! Emerge!
Do the next.
I see everything!
Gather!
Right now! Emerge!
I just watch the show.
Right now! Right here! Right now! A sight to behold! Right here! Come on out!
Another test subject. Suffocate!
Dear me! Huh?
Stabilize!
Right now, emerge. Right here.
That was in fire, no? Right? That was invulnerability to fire.
Right now, emerge. Right now.
Into the shadows.
Cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability. We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. Hmm? No, I have never lost a duel.
A good newspaper should be.
The insolent.
This is order.
Emerge. Right here. Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Emerge.
Where is she?
I see everything.
Loaded.
You can't. Winter shall eventually come.
I will have order. Solidify.
Everyone hold hands. Right here. Emerge. Right now.
Ready. Time to testify.
Fry.
I complete the weekly bosses.
Laid bare. Let's light it up. Here comes the catch. Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Gather. Solidify.
Overruled. Quiet now.
This is order. Stabilize.
Busted. Teamwork is dreamwork. Game's up. Time's over. Gotcha.
Okay, let's beat that even. for this one.
Afraid? Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid?
There is no
It's my
escape.
turn.
Okay, that part.
Good oversight on my part. Be sanctified.
Now that's more like it. Closer now.
Let me attack.
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Spare your energy. Running is fruitless. Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals. Is it my turn now?
Let the might
My turn. Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all. My blade is all that remains.
Illusion shattered.
bow your head.
There is no escape.
Settle down.
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains.
Barbados. Shine down.
Be sanctified.
Sundown is only the beginning.
That's not a bad idea. Finally, get rid of a couple more. Don't like this one. This is pretty much OS. Let's go to scenario.
Let it be known that divinity is mine!
Gather!
Right here.
Perish!
I'm down, dude.
Insignificant pest!
Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Moving.
Solidified!
1,000 eons, mine to dominate!
Burn to oblivion! Stabilize!
No, I don't think I will.
Kneel! Tremble! Reality is pain!
I fucking knew it. I was waiting for that PP.
Burn to oblivion!
Shut the fuck up.
Good riddance, cruel world. Stabilize. Order guide you. Yeah. Gather.
Everyone hold hands. Right here. Right now. Right here.
Into the shadows. Hunt them down.
I was destined for more.
Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days. Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about their own world. Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines. Strike a pose! Illusion shattered!
Get away, guy.
Bow your head. Settle down.
Shine down!
Bow your head.
Illusion shattered! Time to shine! Wind, hear me! Shine down!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Oh man, really? Are you kidding me right now?
Astra.
What else is there to do in the weeklies? Weekly boss weeklies. Continuing people. Let's go to the people gallery.
I'll bring my seasonings.
All this mage. About this one. Like culture. Issue is the flying one. I don't have anything to target the flying one. Go with Pluto. Let's try this. With Pluto. Hold on. Okay. This should be a good character, right?
Have fun with this gift. Everybody stand back.
Oh,
Let's light it up. There is no escape. We'll see about that.
such a dumbass.
Time to go. Going in. Illusion shattered. Truth repeats its course. Shine down. Now you shall perish. Everybody stand back. There is no escape.
He's dead?
This isn't good. Quit it. Illusion shattered. Ears of the storm. Higher, higher. It's on fire. Let's light it up. Shine down. Too late for regrets. Illusion shattered. I'm going in. Have fun with this gift. We got out. Time to go. There is no escape. We'll see about that. Everybody stand back. Let's light it up. Shine down. Dare to mess with me? Illusion shattered. Teamwork is dreamwork. I'll remember that.
I have a better idea.
Everybody stand back! Gears of the storm! Higher, higher, gears of fire! Shine down! Inazuma shines eternally! Erase all threats! Teamwork is dreamwork! Time to go! Let's light it up! There is no escape! Truth will keep this course! Win it! Everybody stand back! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Detached from the world.
Oh, it was just one attack.
Is it my Off we go! I'm going in!
Evil conquering! Cheer! Cheer! Worthless! Cheer! Worthless! Cheer! Worthless!
Gears of the storm! Wilson! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Useless!
Too late for regrets! Have fun with this gift! Out of the frying pan! Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Disappear! Cheer! Cheer! Worthless! Cheer!
You're toast! We'll see about that. Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Nice and spicy! Oh, too
When
late for
did he
regrets.
die?
That's gonna hurt in the couldn't break the curse.
Hello?
Luba, get them! We'll see. A scholar's journey shouldn't end.
Everybody stand back! Lament! Here! Worthless! 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 Here!
Race you! Eat this! Out of the frying pan! Gears of the storm!
Off we go! Adventure time!
Dare to mess with me?
Boring! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Boba, get them!
Get out of my way!
Nice and spicy! Truth repeats its course! Out of the frying pan! We'll see about that!
Everybody stand back! Evil conquering! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! Is this retribution?
Huh? Okay. What do you mean every character will lose health?
Teamwork is dreamwork! Transfixed!
Have fun with this gift!
This is where
You're toast! Dare to mess with me?
Let's light it up!
I'm going in! Why do they never Boba? Get them! Too late for regrets!
Overruled!
Guess what? I don't even have the stamina to. Awesome. Such a bullshit. But please takes away your stamina, so you can't dodge. After some time, it starts to decrease your health. What the fuck can you do then?
Adventure time! Everybody stand back! Transfixed!
Gears of the storm!
Oh, guess what? I couldn't even fucking charge attack you because I didn't have enough stamina. Isn't that fucking awesome? Fuck me.
Adventure time. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Transfixed.
Have fun with this game.
Overruled.
You're toast. Too late for regrets.
Don't worry. Everlasting as the moon.
Get them. I'm going in.
Adventure time.
Out of the frying pan. Sense of respect.
Laid bare.
Everybody stand. This is just my.
This shall not be my
Fuck me.
Going in. Too late for regrets. Truth repeats its course. We'll see about that. Everybody stand back.
Wanted my full attention, did you? Witness monk. Overruled.
Nice and spicy. Too late for regrets.
Attack.
Out of the frying pan. Going in.
Transfixed.
Have fun with this gift.
Oh, fuck yes, sir. Skeleton boy, not you. Hello, skeleton boy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Fuck you. Fuck this game mode. Absolutely trash. So bad. Ah. Oh. Ice attack. if you're level 20, that you can't really join other my world right now, like high level world, I think. You have to join low level world. I can join your world, but you can't join mine.
Just sharpen my spear.
Yeah. Go on. This is on what is in this. One enemy character is alternate path. Look, you can. Display is dynamic. Oh, okay, that got it. This one shouldn't be that hard. Let's- So this be enough. Too many. It should be decent.
Ears of the storm. Everybody stand back.
Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Boring!
We'll see about. There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Shine down. Have fun with this gift. Off we go.
Boring!
Teamwork is teamwork. Dare to make me.
Evil conquering! Here! Worthless! Here! Here! Worthless! Here! Boring!
Wretched dastard! Truth repeats its course. There is no escape. Born to oblivion. Illusion shattered. Going in.
Here is ID. I'll send you a friend request after I'm done with this. Collecting log. attack is that receiving healing. So we gain permission of the message. This would have been really useful before this. After the Battle of Wonderlight. Okay. Monopyro. I only have this. Alright, let's go with this.
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
Overruled.
Eat this! Soma, get them!
This is where. Transfixed.
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Nice and spicy! Time to go! You're toast!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
How long is this gonna go? Thank you. 15. Deployment. And all of them. 620 and 100. 1100. This is going to be a one-time reward throw. So total overall 1700 or something. Yeah. Plan double April. One, two, yeah, total 1700 I think. How many females? How many females did I have? 2100. Wait, using a face engine, then we can make a character photo page. Okay. No, no. This looks cool. So, alright. How about this one? I'm gonna save the rest. I can buy one. So, alright. I don't need anymore. Oh, Kasuha is here.
I
Hello.
don't believe anyone enjoys taking up arms and going to war whenever the sound of clashing blades fit. Too quiet for you.
Latina is also there.
You intend to
Oh,
take
his
a
own creed is
rest.
spammy. He must
I concur. You do look quite tired.
He's gonna play it again. Probably. One more time, right? Okay, that was the last one. Shirley and Joseph, thank you for the Shirley and Joseph. I don't know why on 3D did that 4 times, but thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Self-knowledge is a good trait to have. I brought some coffee can.
I don't need to do this. Found Yeah, you can send me a friend request.
This realm is... If you ever
All of them. I'll do that. UID is right here. Why would you say invalid? This maybe you typed it wrong. But give me a sec. I'm gonna send you a friend request. Hello, Devi Local. Welcome to the stream. You about me? I don't know what you're talking about, Devil.
add Astra...
Same. Yeah, I just type your user ID. It says user ID does not exist. I typed your user ID. It says it does not exist. Uh, let's do SIGEWINNE's quest. I need to do this. Okay, you can do that and send. Try sending me another friend request. See if that works.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
What do you need to say, Devil? You can say.
This shop looks popular today. Wonder what the occasion is.
Okay, what country do you live in?
Butterfly Dew Cosmetics now on sale. Huh, looks like it. Oh,
Why
Siegewinne's
are
here
you
too.
telling me if
Hey,
hate your
Siegewinne.
country or not?
Hello there, Traveler and Paimon. I hope you're keeping yourselves fit and healthy. You bet we are. So anyway, what are you doing here, Siegewinne? The Duke insists I take regular vacations in the Court of Fontaine. This one just so happened to coincide with a promotion for a new skincare product, so
Then
I came over to take a look.
Philippine boy,
I like to keep up
you
with the
know.
latest industry developments when I can.
Then I don't know
Tell me with
what's
my
going
magazine
on,
articles. Wait,
Kelly.
you write for a magazine?
I
Which
tried to
one?
send you a friend request, but
It's called Beauté's
you
Upload,
saw it
and
said
it's run by the
UID doesn't
Fontaine Beauty
exist.
Association. I've done
So I
lots
don't
of
know
articles about
what to
skincare
do.
for them,
I will.
using the pen name Maritime Flower. Oh, wow! You're a Maritime Flower? If Paimon's not mistaken, you're one of the leading figures in the Fontaine Beauty Association. What's so weird about that? Everyone loves beauty. I really like this role. The staff at cosmetics shops are always so polite. And as long as I wear a big smile on my face, I always get the best customer service. Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the Maritime Flower. Obviously, it's because of SIGEWINNE's love for beauty. Still a leader of the Beauty Association? That's incredible. The truth is, I study this field because I cherish my own appearance. It has nothing to do with being beautiful or not. Oh, the words of a master beautician defy comprehension! Not really.
Shut up.
Actually, Melusine aesthetics are very different from human ones. We don't view humans based on their appearance. If I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness.
I just think
Really?
you about
Yep.
talking
Still,
where
I
I
really value my
from
current appearance.
country.
And in the process of taking care of it, I've ended up learning quite a lot about skincare and stuff. It turns out, my knowledge and experience is pretty popular with beauty product lovers. It came as a big surprise to me, though. Oh, Paimon gets it now. Speaking of your appearance, how come you look human anyway? Are you like only half Melusine?
I don't think Genshin is bugged. I'm not
Ooh,
facing
wait,
any
sorry,
bugs so
sorry.
far.
That was probably really offensive, wasn't it? No,
I don't know,
don't mind.
really.
I'm not mixed, though. I made a decision to turn myself into this form a very long time ago. If you're interested, I could tell you the story. A shape-shifting story? Oh, heck yeah, of course we're interested! Once upon a time... Long ago, humans rejected Melusines, and Melusines feared humans. There was one Melusine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melusines, so no humans would make friends with her. So, the Melusine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melusine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melusine.
Dr. Melusine.
In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melusine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melusines can't be trusted!
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend? In desperation, the Melusine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melusine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again. And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way. Ooh. A witch? A potion? Why does this sound like a fairy tale? Trust me, it's a true story. Must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so... Yeah, not every
Sorry,
Melusine would
but
take
I
human
not
form to save their human
understand
friend.
because my
That
English
must have been a huge
that is okay,
decision.
Devil. You can talk. Wait.
Treating patients is a doctor's duty. We must always find a way, even when the going gets tough.
If you know Hindi, Devil, you
It's
can
so
talk in
crazy
Hindi.
that they
I
turned you
understand
away just
Hindi.
because you were a
It's just
Melusine,
my
especially
Hindi
when your
is not
daughter
that
was so
good.
sick. Well, sometimes appearance can be a real barrier.
I understand Hindi,
But that
but
was a
I
long time ago.
can't
I
talk
like
Hindi
how I
well.
look now anyway. Hi, Ren too. You're super cute this way.
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that our exciting new product is now officially on sale.
Well, there we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Really? Personal advice right from a leader of the Fontaine Beauty Association?
Allow me to introduce our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. I'm sure many of you have already read about the... To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. This product We are thrilled to have the inventor of this fantastic product with us here today.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed Butterfly.
Wow, what a looker.
Not
He's a
really.
researcher? Wow, he's
It's-
really challenging the
It's just
stereotype.
another NPC.
It seems that everyone is surprised by my entrance. I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. In that regard, I do believe I break the mold. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person. And yet it can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job. But what if I told you that if our appearance prevents us from changing, wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence? replace them with luster and That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace a new life.
Well, whether it actually works or not, after
Mr. Rawat, could I,
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing it.
Wow, then it's...
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by...
Oh, I'm a volunteer!
Hmm? Oh! Ah, what an honor! It appears we have a giant of the Fontaine Beauty Association here with us.
Sure.
Whoa. Is that a maritime flower? They say she's the pickiest user of skin.
Here you go.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Even for Fontaine, this is a first-rate product. Wow, now that's high
I'll take one. Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is, Butterfly Dew.
Think we should buy a bottle too?
Being poet yourself.
Of course you bring up Mora. Fine, Paimon. And if you're worried about whether it's the right product for you, well, luckily for us...
It's an honor to receive such high praise from you.
With most skincare products, the pros and cons only become apparent with yet this one has instant benefits. Don't worry though, I plan to keep using it, and I'll publish regular reviews in Beauté's Fleur.
Oh, I was hoping for a more casual conversation, but you are a beauteous...
SIGEWINNE? Oh, excuse us, Miss...
Wait.
That's right, and by his side...
Well, I don't normally handle customer questions
Did it work or
personally,
not?
but since it's the
Tell it
traveler
then.
asking, Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can rest assured that it will be kind to your skin. If anything, it might be marginally more effective on Fontainian's skin, but other than that, it works the same on everyone.
Why would it
Works
work
on
better on
Melusine's skin,
Fontainians?
so I guess
In the
Works
interests
on
of
everyone?
protecting my trade secrets, I'm afraid
Alright then.
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be greatly honored to have both
It
of you
didn't
use my
work?
product.
Uh,
Here, take 2 bottles for free.
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
I can see why you might think that, but please don't misunderstand. This gift is, to me, finding new
I guess
customers for
Genshin doesn't
Butterfly
want
Dew
you
is
to
about
have
meeting
friends,
kindred
little boy.
spirits, fellow admirers of physical beauty. I consider it a labor of love.
It doesn't want me to
Admirers of
be
physical
friend with
beauty?
anyone either.
Yeesh.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people claim to desire inner virtue, but it's still physical appearance. This is a fact of life. It's only natural for people to desire to become beautiful.
You're right. Everyone loves me.
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Paimon,
Skeleton boy, if
I'd
you
say
have
there's
any
no need
other
for
friend
you
in
and the
your friend
traveler to
list,
use this product for
you can
now.
try
Why? Is there a problem
unfriend them
with it?
and friend try
Quality
to
is
sending
fine. I
friend
just
requests to
think
them.
there's room for improvement.
If your
I
IRL
think I
friend
could add some ingredients to the mix to make it more effective. Really? Then why didn't you... Researchers are a very special breed of human. You can point
Little
out their
breed
flaws
of
to their face
human.
and they won't mind very much. But if you tell them that someone else could do a better job, ooh, now that'll make them really upset. If I'd mentioned it, he probably wouldn't have given you those 2 bottles. Fair enough, that makes... If you're interested in the more effective version, I can write up a list of ingredients for you. Just come get me once you've gathered them. When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier? Ooh, how can we say no? As for me, it's probably time I got back to the Fortress of Maripede. I mustn't leave the infirmary unattended for
we
too
had an
long.
argument with name Genshin. Fuck up then. Fuck up. You'll be alone. It's a solo game anyway. Who needs squad?
traveler. The ingredients for SIGEWINNE should be nearby.
That. Did I not do this?
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it.
I said to her, well, you're not helping me do stuff. What level is she?
So, it's legally yours now.
Go up for my own. Maybe that's karma. Maybe that's karma coming back to bite you. That's why maybe you can't friend anyone. Unless you solve your stuff with her, I don't think you're gonna be able to friend anyone.
Ready. Kill. Loaded.
Great! That's everything! Let's head to the Fortress of Mirrorpeed!
Just upward.
Skyward! Scatter! Skyward!
Whoa, the infirmary.
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me. He looked exactly like me.
Doppelganger.
Okay, I've written down everything you told me. Now, I have a few tests to run. Take a
Okay,
deep
I'll
breath.
try
Don't
again after
worry,
I'm done with
it's
this
nothing
quest.
to be nervous about. First, which finger am I holding up?
Your index finger, but I'm telling you, my mental state is fine.
Very good. Now, on to the next. Hey there! Your Grace, it's been a while, huh?
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is unfortunate.
No worries. Actually, we were looking for SIGEWINNE.
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have seen his exact doppelganger.
Has
A
Risley's
doppelganger?
be a
Doesn't that just mean
change?
someone else
He
kinda
sounds
looks like him?
different.
And that's what I thought when the report first reached my desk. But we've inspected our records. No one even vaguely resembles him. Considering how certain he is of what he saw, I can only surmise that he's having some mental issues. So I brought him for a medical evaluation.
Alright, very good. Take a sip of water and rest for a bit. Evaluation complete. I couldn't find any symptoms pointing to a physical condition.
I see. So do you still believe there's more likely to be an issue with his mind than his body?
Oh, probably.
I have to assume so
In
for now.
Genshin? She
Psychological
blocked
issues
you
are
in
more difficult
Genshin.
to detect. At this stage, we can at least confirm that he is in command of his cognitive faculties.
Bruh.
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards,
Bruh.
take him to the ward for a period of observation. The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on a case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself. Sorry for the trouble, head nurse, but I'll have to leave this to you.
No problem, Your Grace. I'll add him to my observation list.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who've made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must be important. You probably won't need to add them to your observation list, though.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you. Hey there, Seedream! It's actually not that important, but...
I'll be in
Since
my
here
office if you
sounds
desperately need me.
different. I don't know why.
Okay, bye-bye! So, Seedream... Would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Just find an empty bed and take a seat. I won't be long. Oh, sure!
SIGEWINNE, we've brought him. And he seems...
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down here. Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Seedream. Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe her at work. Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you take a deep breath first. Did his face melt? What?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Best we can do for now is ask the head nurse to give him something to manage the symptoms. This is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning.
You mean
What if he
his
scares them half to
face
death? Will that
melted?
be our fault?
Huh?
Marechaussee Phantom? Does this have something to do with the case Risley's dealing with?
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch. He harmed countless people. And now, it looks like it's all finally catching up with him.
You done gawking?
Not yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to decide the right dosage. Don't worry. We Melazines have a very
And
different
she
sense of
stalks
aesthetics
people
from
in
humans.
Roblox and
To
in
me,
Genshin.
he just looked like a little
Bro,
kitty with slightly
what are
scruffy
you
fur,
on
but
about?
still just as cute.
You
Don't
should
patronize me.
stay away from her
Do I look
then.
like a kid to you?
Next thing you
Just
know,
give me the
she's
meds and
stalking
let
you
me
in
outta here. I
IRL.
already missed my cell.
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like that again? Your days are numbered.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication now. Tell me if it hurts, alright? Look how nice Seedream's being. And he still talks to her like that? What a nasty piece of...
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a peep.
Thank you, SIGEWINNE. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler, Paimon, did you bring
She
the
might be
ingredients?
Yandrevo.
We did, but we
Be
don't want to
careful.
interfere or anything. You're busy saving lives here. Oh, don't be silly.
Yeah, like
I
those
agreed to it,
titans.
didn't I? Just hand
Like
me the
those titans
ingredients,
in
and
the
I'll make
walls.
some time to whip it into the improved version for you. Take a rest here if you want. Or, if you're not tired, I hear they're holding a new pancreation tournament in the administration area. Or alternatively, is there anything we could help you with, Seedream? That's right! Let us help you out! It's the least we could do! Good point. Kind-hearted humans start to develop guilt if they accept free help from others. Don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I'm sure I can find something to treat this condition. I gotta warn you, though. It'll be tiring work.
I want to see how his face melted. What do you mean melted? Is it like that
We're ready,
Indiana
SIGEWINNE. What's our
Jones?
first
The
mission?
skeleton in Indiana
I
Jones?
found the
What
perfect
part
job for the
was it?
traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down in this bed. What for? I need you to pretend to be sick.
Onion.
Oh, is it that difficult? I thought you did a pretty good job last time. Oh, so you knew. I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates. And you played along very well, Paimon. I observed you two for quite a while after that.
Well, maybe you are. I don't know.
Oh, this
I mean,
is
she knows you more than me, so,
But why do
so
you need us to do it
maybe
again
you
now?
are. I can't defend you on that. So,
No time to explain.
good luck.
My next patient will be here any second. Please just do as I say. You can, pretend like you've got a nasty headache. And throw in some dry heaving for good measure. Okay.
Hey, Doc, it's me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
only
send
here
you
'cause my mom
try
won't
to
stop
send you a
pestering me
request
about
if it works.
Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job.
I know. I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold. And I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fortress for a few days, but it's...
All right. Sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Can't you just write me a note saying...
Hush.
Huh?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
I'm gonna try to send you a request and see if that
Hang in there,
works
traveler.
after I'm
Are you
done
gonna
with this.
puke? As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever.
And if I'm not tough enough?
Hey! Put it this way.
I think maybe I'll take that medicine after all, if that's okay.
Oh, of course. Here, it's still warm.
It's so bitter.
All done. Great job, you two. That kid really doesn't know what's good for him. His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately. He was quite happy at first. He seemed to think... So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine? It's a... Oh, you had a teacher? Was she a... She was here... Oh... No, it's fine. I really liked my teacher. She was a traveling doctor. And since she didn't have a clinic, she used to say... If you can scare the little brats into taking their medicine, you won't have to hear them wailing and screeching when their condition gets worse. Huh, she sounds like a pretty... strict. Well, that's not how my teacher saw it. Strange way for a doctor to describe themselves. As it happens...
Yeah. It is pissed.
Wow, yep. All the children Why does it almost sound like you're envious? Oh, because I am. If she was here, all the children would take a doctor who looks like a witch. Oh, me? That's actually a good thing, you know? Oh, my next patient should be arriving now. Sure thing! On to the... Is it nighttime or... Well, thanks to you. Should we get some rest? It's getting pretty... Oh, there is one last thing. Confidential? Are you sure you can tell us?
She is annoying.
Anymore, so it's okay if you know. All it is I have to prepare some ingredients. Wait, you mean those healthy meals? My patients refuse to eat any healthy meals I prepare in front of them, so I have to prep the ingredients in secret. Then considering even the chef's version makes people uneasy, it really makes you wonder what... You want to find out? I can teach you how to make... The ingredients are ready. Now, First, we add this special slime condensate. Yeah! Next up, xenochromatic crystals. Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants? Finally, we'll need some high protein.
Frogs.
Oh!
High
Frogs.
protein
And
meat.
we're done. Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. SIGEWINNE really does have the inmate.
Now what?
Skyward! Scatter!
Ah, head nerd.
Just the one today.
Sounds good.
Sounds like they're talking in. Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
That won't do. If you reduce your sleeping hours any further,
All right.
well, I'm done with work for today. Thanks for help. Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot of
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night.
Okay, just relax.
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he seems to have made a sudden recovery, and now he wants to apply for permission to leave the ward.
All right. You were right to tell me. I'll have to looks like we've got one job as medical assistants left.
So we're finally getting back to the plot now.
Skyward! Scatter!
Ah, head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you. After giving it some thought, I'm sure that I was
I totally understand. Still, I have.
Again, so sorry. I was in such a state.
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember.
Just
First
waiting for
up,
the
we
request.
have a
Okay, wait,
little
wait.
cognitive
I
test.
forgot. Wait.
Just concentrate and you'll be fine. To start with, which finger am I holding up?
Your pinky.
Middle finger.
All right. All indicators seem normal. So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all? Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental...
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still... Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep.
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar environment.
I'm not being bossy, by the way.
You can leave the
No,
ward.
you are not. If you're being too bossy, I would.
suggest you
I
take
would have
2 days off to
time you
focus on
out.
your
Don't worry about it.
I'll take you off the observation list for now. So, you're officially discharged.
Great. I can't thank you enough, head nurse.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so nothing will go wrong. You have my word.
Like this. Like
Guess
this.
you're finally done for the day now, huh? Yep. Oh, no rush. Seriously, it's super... Well, tomorrow it is then. Good night, Traveler. Good night, Paimon. Oh, don't you worry. We will. After a productive day of work, we're both gonna sleep like a log. tight, Siegewin. See you tomorrow.
So let's see if I can send you a friend request now. Yeah, user ID does not exist. User ID does not exist.
If you are presently unoccupied, perhaps we could stop a while at one's abode for some repose and conversation.
Let's see if I can. I don't have any other user ID to search for, so I don't know if it's you or just the game. It's day 8 to 12.
Paimon really did sleep like a log. Let's go find Siegewin. Whoa! How is the infirmary even... good morning, Traveler and Paimon. No problem. Anything... there's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting...
You have to believe me. I'm telling...
You're in a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with our arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything.
All right. I get it.
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogations went fine, and now this.
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marachose Phantom? Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved this morning. Every single one of them is claiming mistaken identity.
Huh. That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere, so for now, we've brought them to the infirmary.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Siegewin.
Maybe the guy with melting face
We've
might know
compiled their
something, you know?
statements. Have a look. Perhaps there's something we missed.
Spotting, who's spotting? Honor. I had applied to go out and see a doctor, but when I woke up, it was unbelievable. I'm not Gascon. It should have been the final day of my sentence, so I should have gone free. What gives? I'm Eric. Why does my stuff like this always happen to me? Now there's no way my release papers are getting scored away today. My name is Odilon. I'm a card. I think I was attacked. This isn't me at all. Oh, I think I know. There's a pattern. There's a pattern.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements appear to all be due for release today.
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're underestimating us a little. Every serious offender claims that there's someone else who just so happens to be due for release today. And they're expecting us to go along with that.
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed. We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say we're out of forms, and that we're furiously printing more as we speak.
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can walk out right under our noses.
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period. How could there have been a switch?
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list yesterday to assist in your investigation. Does that help?
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes, and I didn't find any. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. But it's not exactly hard to put on a fake voice.
Oh, really? What does our head nurse make of all of this?
Give me a moment. I think I have a way to confirm whether there's been a switch. I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but please bear with me. Huh? Isn't that the... This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case, but how do you explain the other inmates? You're not telling me their souls switched bodies, are you?
No, I believe it was their faces that got switched. The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in.
I don't think face
Actually,
and
I think I can
tooth
prove it to you.
are similar.
Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day? Yeah, sure do. Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who claims to be Eric.
Oh, let's go on a fetch quest, I guess.
So, you're...
Yes, head nurse. It's me. You do believe me, right?
I need to do another examination on you. Same procedure as yesterday.
All right. It's the cognition test first, right? So I need to concentrate.
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test, which finger did I hold up?
I believe it was your index finger.
But that means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered and applied to leave the observation ward. SIGEWINNE did another test before letting him leave, but that time, she held up her pinky finger.
Huh? I don't know about any tests last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed. Then I somehow woke up in a high-security cell.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past 2 days.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their group switch appearances with him using their face-swapping method. That allowed them to avoid scrutiny from the other guards. Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switcheroo plan. However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric. Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. So we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric take his place, muddying the waters even further.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for departure until I've discharged them.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now! The Duke cracked the case!
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the possibility of face switching very early on in this process.
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, one of the explicit duties of the Malazines in the Marechaussee Phantom is to identify criminals in disguise. We carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence that any means of disguise were used in this case.
Huh. Well then, how do we explain all this?
So far,
face
it
doing?
seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates due for release, and are using that to commit identity fraud.
Actually, there is a potion that can completely change someone's appearance. If they use that, even a Melazine wouldn't be able to detect it. A shape-shifting potion?
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize our entire investigative process at the Marechaussee Phantom. Are you certain of this?
Yes, I am.
But
Hey,
Please
skeleton.
trust me in my professional opinion as an experienced clinician.
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. If we can round up all the inmates suspected of switching places, then have a little talk with both sides, we might just get our answer. Yep, let's do that.
okay. Well, it was our negligence that meant we had to come and conduct these post-internment interrogations. And I know it's put you out. We'll do it your way.
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the people who gave statements.
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began. They had this all planned out.
So there really was a switch after all. They really pulled the wool over our eyes on this one.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now, right?
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress. And if the Marechaussee's Melazines can't even spot them, we wouldn't know where to start searching.
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end! Well, technically there is one more lead we could follow up on. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. I believe his name is Rawat. Oh? Rawat? Isn't that the handsome guy we... Handsome? Maybe from... One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have stolen technology he developed through his research and used it in their operation. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, he reported them to the authorities. Thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go. What a hero! Bet that took courage on his part.
No doubt. This is worth following up on. As the one who snitched on them, it's highly likely that Rawat will be targeted by the escapees. That aside, since he's negotiated with them in person before, there's a chance he'll have some additional information for us.
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
Miss Morgan, I'd like to come along and help you catch these criminals.
Huh? Why's that?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night.
Don't say that, head nurse.
I...
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from.
Don't worry, I can defend myself just fine.
You say that.
If I may, Miss Morgan, SIGEWINNE is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. My suggestion would be to bring her with you. And if you really are worried for her safety, then... Ah, there you go, right on cue.
Okay. Well, greetings. Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're here on urgent business.
The Marche Phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating...
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher.
What? He actually doesn't work on site here very often. There's a handful of researchers in the nearby area who know him pretty well, though. You can see what they know.
Just a handful?
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on people. But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion. I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's good at making friends. Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception thing.
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up. It'll save us some time.
Sure thing. We'll go ask him.
Skyward!
Excuse us,
That's me.
Are you close friends with Rawat?
We're close friends. You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake. Why would you single me out as a close friend? I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women. They're not interested in a serious relationship.
Okay. We were just kind of wondering if you might know where we can find him.
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else? I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit. If we leave now, it might be a wasted... Maybe, but we're not going... She's displaying symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean. It's curable?
So love is a disease.
Finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave danger.
Danger?
And it's
Wait,
curable.
Why are you looking for him again?
SIGEWINNE can cure love.
Oh, that's right, yeah! The Marechaussee Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad people. We need to make sure he's safe.
What? How has this happened? He seemed fine when I last saw him, and that was only a couple of days ago. Just happened to run into him, of course.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, do you have any thoughts on where he might be right now?
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. If he's not at the Institute, he might be at his mother's place. I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back home to check on her.
Oh, okay.
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. I was just trying to find out more about him. You know, so I could... When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was a stupid idea, but did he really have to yell at me for it? It's like, fine, I can take no for an answer, but what's with the temper tantrum? Unbelievable. These guys only want to show you their charming, well-groomed exterior. They can't stand it when a few home truths shine through.
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again. We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marechaussee officers when we regroup. Cool, sounds like a plan.
He's gone. He's way too far gone.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you Bertram?
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizens helping out the Marechaussee Phantom with an investigation. We'd like to ask you about Rawat's whereabouts.
Not anymore, we're not. Turns out we don't see eye to eye.
Oh yeah? What?
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose. But not Rawat. All he cared about was how to commercial. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. How are you supposed to get any meaningful research done working with a guy? Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor, I don't need to work with him anymore.
So that's what Rawat is really... We'd still like to know where to find him.
Wait, you're... Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meripede. Alright, then I'm happy to help you if I can. I respect the work you do. Medicine...
Wow, turns out SIGEWINNE's got some real clout.
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be. I stopped working with him 2 months ago, but if you want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers. There's a few he meets with every other day or so. Maybe...
Peddlers?
Yeah, back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. Wouldn't surprise me if they were involved in some shady business together. The little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling pharmaceutical drugs.
Drugs? Doesn't he work with skincare products?
Who knows? I never cared to find out. He's the
Thank you. You've given us...
Welcome. Goodbye.
I think Rawat is involved. Like deeply involved.
Hey there, are you in tea?
What do you want?
We're here to ask about Rawat. Any idea where he...
Close? Not sure that's the word I...
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare?
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly do, or whatever he calls it.
Okay, now we're getting some...
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. I get why he wouldn't be interested in having anything to do with them, but I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. Why would he refuse to work with me? I bought his product once, and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in coatings, too. If it worked out, I could probably make as much as he's making. Don't get me wrong, I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. I would have had to pay him a license fee and everything. But despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's like he's vehemently opposed to the idea of anyone else making the kind of money he does.
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, Or is this guy just jealous? Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info. Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Huh? Yeah. Thanks.
Well, that's all 3 researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point.
Skyward! Got him!
You know, Heimat started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality. So what's your view of him now, Pipe? A handsome researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser with a chip on his shoulder? So your thoughts about his appearance haven't changed at all? Well, his looks are kind of a big deal. At least you can't judge a person solely based on their appearance.
Head nurse. Traveler. I assume you've spoken with the researchers.
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants.
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him. I don't remember there being any brands under his name.
How strange. If he was so focused on commercializing his research and averse to sharing his technology with others, maybe he and his business partners needed to avoid public scrutiny?
You think he may have colluded with the gang? Well, the crime was manufacture and
He
sale of
probably
drugs,
was with the gang, then he sold the gang out so he could take all the money instead of dividing with the gang.
Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain for a long time already, but they'll still try to hide the fact that they eat too many sweets. Grown-ups and children aren't so different in that regard. If you say so.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type to collude with criminals. Perhaps you mentioned that he comes from a poor family. So, it's possible that the criminals approached him, asking for academic support, luring him in by the time he discovered who they really were. He was in too deep.
That does make a lot of sense. No wonder he's so unsociable. He must... In that case, the situation... If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know...
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was...
2 days ago? So he went missing...
That was the same day he reported the criminals, too.
Don't worry, everyone. Yeah, he must have been worried that they...
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible.
Yep. When you register a brand, the Court of Fontaine requires...
Okay, then there's...
That is far. Holy.
Skyward! Got him! All right, this should be the house.
Okay.
Sounds like whoever's inside has restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. Oh, what's the fastest... break the door down?
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal with it. There'll be a mountain of paperwork if we damage a citizen's property. Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And... It's open!
Mike's in. Hello, Mike's. Welcome to the stream.
Take a few
farming
people
for
and
some
lie
time.
in
I'm
wait.
not farming for
Keep
any
your eyes
character,
peeled for any
Mike.
activity around the house. The
I'm
traveler,
just doing
head nurse, and
SIGEWINNE's
I will
quest
go inside.
right now. There's no character to farm for right now. There's only one character coming up next update. Emily, I think that's her name, and I'm not gonna wish on her. There's no character to farm for until Natlan. Farming will start again
Oh, there. On the
in
bed, there's
Natlan.
an old lady. That's gotta be Rawat's
I
mother,
already have
right?
Navya and
She
Nilo.
doesn't look like she's in any state to be answering our questions, though. We could try, but she is very ill. We mustn't force it.
Well,
That's
doesn't
fine,
look like
Mike.
Rawat's
You don't
here.
have to apologize.
She's the only one we can talk to.
Yep. Allow me. Hello, ma'am. Might I ask if you're Rawat's mother? Hard of hearing, perhaps. Does anyone have a picture of Rawat?
I have one here.
I'd like to show you a photo, ma'am.
I would, but I need to finish this quest, Mike.
Do you know where he is?
You can send me a friend request. I will accept it. We can play
Looks
later.
like this isn't gonna work after all.
Well, looks like we're out of leads. If Rawat's not here...
Is it possible he could have avoided returning here because he knew he'd be in danger?
Maybe. But if so...
Yes, so?
I suggest we all return there now.
Sorry, officer, but could I stay here for a while?
Of course. Traveler, stay with the head nurse.
Also, I'd like some Chaussee members to stay as well, and keep an eye on the area.
Why's that?
If Rawat knows how serious his mother's condition is, he will return.
Got it. Okay. I'll tell the squad members in hiding to stay put and keep a lookout.
Okay, I'll send a friend request,
Thanks for
Mike.
helping me out yet again, Traveler and Paimon. No problem. But when you say her condition is serious, do you... Yes. She's barely clinging on to life. Oh. Let me take care of a few things first. Yeah, of course.
No, it's fine. You can chat, Mike.
I can tell that her family has tried a lot of different treatment methods, including some very expensive medicines. Unfortunately, her condition is so multifaceted that a recovery looks all but impossible. SIGEWINNE, Paimon bets being a nurse must be pretty tough at times like this. Yes, it makes me a little sad. In Amelizine's eyes, a human's birth, aging, sickness, and death are as much a part of natural law as sunrise and sunset. But human medicine
One's
can defy
birth
that
and
law to
death
some extent.
is like that.
In that sense, it is a science of miracles. That is why I became fascinated with it in the first place. But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all diseases. SIGEWINNE. Well, don't worry about me, Paimon. A doctor's duty is not to cure all diseases, but to treat whatever ailments they can. At the very least, I can lower her fever. That way she'll suffer less. And she might even be able to see her son. Yeah.
Is it
All the
just
more reason to find
me,
Rawat as soon as possible, even if we don't catch those
Yeah, I
bugs.
do. In the leaks, I saw SIGEWINNE having a medicine model.
Oh, her fever is getting worse. Could I get some
I think this is better for her. She looks cuter this way. All the medicine do look weird, but I think she looks cuter because, especially her color palette, like her eyes and her bow tie, really matches with the outer green. She looks, to me, she looks cuter. Like the more than the leaks. He looks cuter now.
Found the hot water? Sure did. Judging by this journal, it seems like Rawat has a private lab. There's... Oh, that's great news. The wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now? It's all right. We'll go bring him back. Please. Thank you.
Like they're afraid of exploring other species for characters. Well, yeah, that's risky. Exploring other species. It's a risk that is not really worth taking. Like, it's already a successful game. Why would you take that kind of risk? You know, not everyone might not like it. Might lead to some unpleasant rumors and stuff. So why bother? You know. And there's not really enough different species in Genshin. Like most of them are pretty much humanoid characters.
It's Officer Morgan! They're already here!
We came as soon as we heard the news. I can't believe we were so careless. The most crucial information of all was hiding right there, in that room. And we missed it.
Don't blame yourself.
Also, the character you're going to wish for needs to be attractive in some sense.
There's a mechanical door
And
over
if the character is not
Hopefully the
attractive,
instructions in Rawat's
most
journal will help us
people
open
are
it.
not gonna wish for them.
It's open. Let's go in.
I'm sure there are people who would like that, but the number of people are just too small to bother with that.
How did they get in here?
I don't know. You tell me.
Those look like our fugitives!
So they found this place too? Don't let any of them escape.
Another test subject. Freeze!
Let's use SIGEWINNE.
Wibbly wobbly!
Freeze!
Time to testify. Loaded.
Replace my hammer.
Yeah, I love how their voices just come out of nowhere. Yeah, they do.
According to our list, many of the fugitives aren't accounted for. There may be others hiding deeper inside the facility.
Ah, so these guys were just the lookout crew.
The Marashose Phantom! How did they find this place?
Look at those particles. They're just frozen in the air.
From the fortress.
That's right. I'm on your side. I mean, the Duke sent me. What's the matter?
Mr. Odilon, didn't I tell you a few days ago that you need to stop all field work until you've recovered?
Well, you know, gotta help His Grace out.
Officer Morgan, this man is an imposter. The real Mr. Odilon has no recent health issues.
What? But
Looks like the head nurse was right about the face-swapping method. Arrest them all! DuPont, stay here and keep guard. And watch the exit. If we're not back—
Got it.
So many jars. Was this some sort of production facility? This scent. It's probably the ingredients used to make butterfly dew.
Pigeon is guilty and completely sprinting towards Novelet for no
Did it sell
reason.
so well
Like,
that he ran out of supplies?
he even copies a bit of his abilities. Everyone even likes him.
How strange.
I mean, have you seen
Why would
Novella?
Robot choose to manufacture a popular product like that in such a difficult-to-reach
You
location?
know, have you seen
Given
him?
our suspicion that he may have been coerced into the
I
legal
don't blame
drug
her.
trade, I would have
And
thought
also,
that
every
any
Melusine
production
is
facility we find
grateful
here
to
would be
Novella
used for
for
illicit
what.
purposes.
Yeah,
Butterfly dew is itself an illegal
every
drug.
Melusine is
Do you have any evidence for that
like
claim?
grateful to him for what he did for Melusine.
No, just a guess. We need to find Rawat as soon as
I'd be
possible.
smitten by
He
it.
has all the
Yeah,
answers we need.
so would I.
Understood.
That's why I have him.
Doesn't look like we're gonna get this door open. Let's find another way around. This one's closed too. What's with those carts and tracks? Oh, maybe it's one of those doors that opens when it senses cargo passing through. There's a loaded cart right over there. Let's bring it to the door and give it a try.
No. Fuck. No. I haven't done this quest list. In fact, I just completely in the first part of content. I'm trying to get the screamers in the end before Lapland. You haven't done anything like Fontaine Archon quest?
Skyward!
Oh. So yeah, you haven't done the Fontaine Archon quest either. You just passed part of the Fontaine. You need to do the Archon quest. The Archon quest is really, really fucking good. I think so far it's probably the best Archon quest in the story. I will, but I'm just a little lazy to much that. Archon Quest doesn't have too much text though. It's most of them are voice acted if you are listening in doing it in English, so you don't have to read too much. I did it in English, so there wasn't too much to read. The side quests and the world quests are a bit too much for me. But I get what you're talking about. I had some difficulty. Fucked up. I fucked up.
Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made new, as buds in the spring.
Have you finished the Meropid quest? Like, have you got out of Fortress of Meropid? Okay. That cutscene was really fucking awesome though. When Novelet came in at the end. Oh, that was badass.
This room's much smaller than the others. Judging by the implements on the table, this looks like a potion-making lab.
Head nurse, over here.
Thank you for the follow, mates.
Let's see. Huh? Perhaps they stripped him down. Yikes, SIGEWINNE, where did that come from?
Oh, what a tragic way to go.
SIGEWINNE did not
Especially with
hold
such a
back.
bright future ahead of him.
Only.
There's a path leading further on, Officer Morgan. bunch of people in there.
Are you serious? You're telling us that within a day, our faces are going to rot like yours?
Fontanian physiology changed dramatically after that great flood, and it's not as compatible with this face-changing solution as before. The side effects are as you can see.
Why didn't you say anything before we all used it?
Look, my plan got you all out of prison, didn't it? You'd have much bigger problems to worry about right now if the Marshal Say Phantom found out about your other crimes. Consider an ugly mug getting off lightly.
Ugh. You're just lucky we didn't leave you in there after you disappeared on us with no warning. We only let it slide because we're former partners. And now you have the gall to pull a stunt like this?
Partners? Make no mistake, each of us is only looking out for himself. If you place too much trust in
I'm being
others,
the
well,
most
I'm afraid that's your
obnoxious
problem.
person in
You
yeah.
hid things from me
She always
too.
has been.
Remember
She
how
has
you
actually
each had a
gotten
spare
better.
potion?
If you compare
kept quiet
the
about it until we
like
planned the prison break?
version 1 Paimon to this Paimon, her voice has gotten less annoying, but it's still very
Guys,
much
that's
annoying.
enough. Calm down. It is what it is. Arguing
It's because
won't
she
change
keeps
anything.
interrupting
What's
the
plan,
story.
Cotton? I'm assuming you brought us here for a reason?
There is no plan. We followed him here on the promise of more juice. But it turns out there ain't a drop here. Besides, what does it matter now anyway? He already said, even if we did get our hands on more of that stuff, switching faces again solves nothing.
Yeah,
It's still
that's
gonna
the
melt off
issue.
eventually.
She treats the players like they don't know anything, like they can't understand
The
anything.
most practical solution is to continue using the potion.
Are you kidding me? This stuff was hard enough to get a hold of even when we had a supply. Now you're asking us to use it like skin lotion.
Like they're
After the
idiots or
flood all but
something.
wiped the supply out?
Well, there is another option. But you'll have to make a deal with me first.
Okay, now we're talking. What's the deal?
I have a document I took from that researcher that details how to make a replacement.
Recently, I've been playing Elden Ring, and the contrast between the storytelling is just
What's the problem?
like heaven and hell.
Reserves. Or do you really just have one spare bottle each?
What do you think?
You have Paimon telling you every single little thing, even though you understand it, and then you have Elden Ring not telling you a single fucking thing, and you don't even understand what they're trying to tell you, what the story is.
That document even exists.
Yeah, I do.
Marshal Say Phantom!
What? Who let them in?
Officer Morgan, before anything else, please find out Rawat's status.
Rawat?
I don't see him.
Yeah. It's just
Hand over the
like
hostage now.
I don't
If you want
understand
any
the
chance
story
of
at
avoiding an
all.
extension to your sentences.
What's going on?
Spare us your condescending attempts
Who
to
is
coax
this
us back
guy?
to ourselves.
What am I supposed to
You think we're looking
do?
to negotiate? Rawat is dead.
One thing Elden Ring I think needs is the quest menu. Like it really needs the quest menu for me. Like I don't know how to follow quest.
Let's blow bubbles!
This is fun. Here, take another one.
Witness my rise. Hunt them down.
This is order.
Make way for the Adeptus.
Don't be nervous. Just relax. wasn't very nice.
Laid bare.
Okay, enough fun. Just go for it. And when I forget about this quest in the middle, then I have to search all the map for. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You don't understand what you're supposed to do in the quest. I have to go look through like Elden Ring wiki to understand what quest I need to do and what I'm supposed to do during the quest. It's very hard. Like, you need to simplify that. If you have quest, just add a quest menu.
Huh.
It's
Gotta
not that
say,
hard.
I never expected to see the head nurse in combat.
Some patients respond better to a more aggressive treatment plan. Did we get everyone?
Captain, we finished the head count.
Over there! The door is closed!
One group trying to arrest me, another trying to hunt me down. Good. I gotta kill two birds with one stone.
Dark Souls 3 is the same. I actually haven't played any Souls game, so Elden Ring is my very first Souls game ever.
I already sealed it off.
How naive. We have more people outside. If we're not
Yeah,
back out by
they
the
don't
agreed
even
time,
mention the
they'll
game
come
as
to our
quest at all. Yeah, you just
Well then, you'd better hope they get here in time.
you are the same. Holy shit. Let's go.
There's some kind of gas leaking from the pipes. Oh, be careful. It's poison.
This is our distribution center.
They don't even mention the quest in game. Yeah, they don't. They don't mention quest at all. You just have to get the quest and do all that. Not only that, the choices you make during the quest affects the game ending. Like, huge.
Why would you do this? Your
Like,
partners are here
if you make a wrong choice, you might get the bad ending, or the NPC that might die or something. So it affects a lot the story choices you make.
He's a maniac! Come on, we
Yeah.
gotta find a way to open that door!
Go ahead, struggle in vain. Once the last of you croaks, no one will ever find
Yeah, like Rani's quest. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Are you sure you're ready to leave, Potton? You haven't changed your dressing
I'm
today.
still in Limgrave. I think
my face. Just
I'm in the right Limgrave. Yeah, and Weeping
Nice try.
Peninsula.
You're just trying to
I'm
stall
doing
me.
clearing
Don't
all
you
those
worry
things
about
out.
me. I'll find a way to cure my face once I get out of here.
I was thinking of streaming Elden Ring, but I needed to clear everything in Genshin first.
Fontanians
So I'm
can no
streaming
longer
Genshin.
dissolve in primordial seawater.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to Volcano Manor. I haven't gotten to
Component
that.
of the face-changing potion is the fluid left behind by dissolved Fontanians. It might look like ordinary water, but it has some unique elements in it. Before the flood,
Yeah,
all
I
Fontanians
have
were
been
cyanids,
to Caelid.
physiologically speaking.
The Caelid Manor. I have
From that fluid
been
could
there.
dissolve and reconstruct the face of a
I'm
Fontanian.
playing as an astrologer,
Hydroidolins change
so
form.
I went there to get the meteorite
Could
staff,
give someone any appearance
and
they
I came
wished.
back.
But since the flood, Fontanians have become true humans. They can no longer provide the source material for this potion, nor reap its benefits.
Prepare
Are
to
you
suffer,
saying
yeah.
this potion is made from Fontanians dissolved with primordial seawater? Then their crimes are far worse than I thought.
How could you know all of this? No, wait. Of course! Well, well. So that's why you have a human
I have to clear Weeping Peninsula and then the Storm Hill Castle and that stuff first before I go to Caelid again.
It's getting hard to breathe.
I might get to make a deal today after all. Alright, keep talking. How do you intend to give me the formula?
Oh, it's not a formula, but a finished product. I have a bottle of it right here.
What?
When I tried Rawat's skincare product, I noticed it had a certain special component in it. So I had my friends gather some other ingredients for me, and sure enough, a little experimenting later, I'd produced the potion. I'm guessing his skincare lotion contains the fruits of your joint research?
Oh, you mean Melena?
Impressive guesswork.
I
Yeah,
am the sword
you were
of
a
Mikhail.
supplier for some of the raw ingredients.
Michaela. I am no, I am like
The
no
effect
near
is minuscule
close to that.
compared to
I
the
am
undiluted fluid.
just at the beginning.
I found a way to reverse the dilution process, giving the skincare lotion a similar effect to the fluid it is derived from.
That's impossible.
If I tell
How
you some
this
of the
dude is hearing
ingredients,
Sigewinne.
I think you can figure it out. First, you need to combine tinctured hydrophantasm tissue with transoceanic pearls.
She has high
at a ratio of
frequency
around
voice,
3 to
so
7.
it can travel through
Tainted
glass
hydrophantasms and
and longer
transoceanic
distance.
pearls. I see. Can't believe I never thought of that.
So, can we make a deal?
Sounds good to me. There's a delivery pipeline beneath this window. Drop the potion in, and I'll release
Oh, you mean Radagon? Okay, okay. I thought you were talking about Millennium.
Not trusting you that easily. You're like those naughty kids who try to hide their illness. Open the sluice gate first, then I'll hand you the potion.
Even if you're not bluffing, your potion won't cure my face permanently.
Millennia is optional.
You really think you have any
I didn't know
leverage here?
that.
I'm not closing the valve this time. Clock's ticking.
Fine, then I'll just stand here with the potion in my hand. And when I faint from the poison, I'll drop it and it'll be destroyed.
No.
I didn't know she was optional. By the way, once you level up, let's say I go to level 150 or something, can I reallocate my points? Like,
In that case, a promise is
instead of, let's say I build the intelligence to level 120, can I like maybe do a strength build instead? No, I haven't killed Renella. I was at level 12, no 15. I was at level 15, and I traveled all the way to Rani's that castle and tried to beat Loretta, and I got my ass handed to me by Loretta and her green bow. I'm not doing it until I level up properly. Yeah, Loretta is for Rani's quest, and I tried to beat her after I got the what is that sword name? The glintstone sword. I got the glintstone sword at the stairs from one of the mobs. Then I went to went to kill Loretta, so I could get her great bow sorcery, the mage. I couldn't beat her, so I just came back. It was way too hard for level 15.
Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Scatter! Scatter!
Like, I'm not fucking kidding me. Huh? Hello? Get out of the way, water. Oh.
That was too close. That button is a real... Oh, don't be too quick to sit down. Moving around a little will help relieve the soreness. Same goes for you, Traveler. Oh, but Paimon, you should be fine, right? Flying fast is pretty tiring too, actually. Anyway, that's not important right now.
Kill Renella is basically the most easy fight of all in the game. After that, every time you offer a larva tier, you'll be able to recover and then relocate your stats. Okay, okay. So that's good. Because if Radagon and Melania quest, Melania is a very hard fight, then I'm gonna reallocate all of my stats to my strength and dexterity and have the wall build. You have seen those memes, right? Like the walking wall. The guy with just all of its defense and he has 2 shields on his hand. It's basically wall. I'm gonna do
We're ready to
that.
escort the fugitives back to the fortress of Meripede. It's a shame that we didn't find Rawat.
What a horrible bunch. Especially that Patton guy. If he had him... No, he wouldn't. I always keep a whole bunch of antidotes on me for emergencies. And one of them neutralizes that poison gas. What? Then why did you give him the potion?
If this is true, I must
They will
concur.
crush your dreams, believe me. No, they can't crush me. They cannot crush the wall.
Handing him that bottle.
The wall
If he changes
is
his appearance and
unbeatable.
flees Fontaine, it's unlikely that we'll ever find him.
No one can beat the wall.
No, you don't understand. I gave him the potion precisely so we could be sure where he'll...
What do you mean?
We gotta hurry.
The Radagon fight? Or just Elden Ring in general? Make sure to stream it. Elden Ring in general. Yeah, I'll try to stream Elden Ring.
Don't move a muscle. I might be short, but I pack a mean punch. Captain, you're just in time. While I was lying in wait, I spotted this crook snooping around, trying to find a way in.
Whoa. His face.
Are you... Potton?
What?
This is how Potton looked before his face was marred. His current appearance matches the mugshot on his arrest warrant.
I see. Wait, so what's going on? Wasn't the whole point of the potion to disguise himself and escape Fontaine? Why would he change back to his original face and run right into our trap?
Enough of this nonsense. Let me in.
You better pipe down. There's an old lady in there who's very sick. No way are we letting a crook like you inside.
To heck with it. Listen to me. I'm Rawat. That's my mother in there.
He's gotta be lying, right?
No, he's Rawat. Paimon. Just shut up, Paimon.
He and this monster be the same person?
Forced against his will. That's the funniest thing I've heard all day. Heck, when I was being coerced, everyone thought I was colluding of my own free will. And then when I actually became a criminal in my own right, you all suddenly thought I must be under duress. Amazing what a difference a handsome face makes.
Save us the speech.
You want an explanation? Fine. I'll tell it how it is.
Tell you my villain origin story.
The whole world treated me with contempt.
Ew. What do you want? Get away from me.
Women despise me.
Collaborate? You don't look like much of a researcher to me.
My peers scorned me.
Mr. Potton, was it? I'm most interested in your research. Consider my offer carefully. I doubt you'll find other investment opportunities.
Only villains would work with me.
You want out of the game? Forget about it. Turns out, I slipped up a little. Left your picture with some Marechaussee Phantom officers. Easy mistake to make. Now they've listed you as an accomplice and drawn up an arrest warrant. So I suggest you put any thoughts of running away to rest. If you get caught by the guards for being in the synth business, you ain't ever seen the light of...
There was no way out for me. Until I could stop being Potton.
Mr. Rawat, I have something I'd like to tell you.
I became popular with women.
This new potion you developed is fascinating. Genius, in fact. Would you consider working with me? I'd be happy to sign a licensing agreement.
My peers looked up to me.
Okay, I'm very interested in your research, sir. You must no doubt have offers from countless investors. So far be it from me.
And the villains even began to fear me. Becoming Rawat showed me what a superficial world we live in, but I did not hold a grudge. After all, this superficiality could be made to work in my favor. Or so I thought. But alas, the world seemed bent on finding a reason to make me despise it. Mother, I'm back. How are you doing?
Who are you?
I bought the best medicine Mora could buy, but nothing would cure her illness. In the end, I hoped she'd at least be able to see her son one last time before she passed, but when everyone else rejected me, the only person who
I'm
cared
thinking
about
of
me was my
adding
mother.
some mod.
Then,
Yeah,
when
he's
I
just
became a
Rawat's
rising
mother.
star
That's
in the
it.
Fontaine Research Institute,
He's gonna die anyway. What's
I
the
was
point of a name?
unrecognizable to her.
What's
to let
the
her see
point
me
of a
again.
name?
Even if it means donning my own
Her
wretched,
name
ugly
is
face.
Rawat's mother.
Well,
First name is
is that enough
Rawat's,
explaining for you?
and last name is Mother.
Now do you understand? Let me inside already!
Have you ever considered if you'll even be able to look your mother in the eyes after what you've done? You found a way to completely change your identity. You could...
Why would I want to give up on such a lucrative business? The profits were dozens of times that of the synth business, and it was all above board.
So you kept being a villain just for the money?
No, I was not thinking of adding anything.
By what standard? Is doing evil deeds really what makes someone a villain in your eyes? Or does it all come down to the way they look?
Wait,
None
let
of
me
you
just
saw a
get
villain
over
when I
this
was wearing
one,
my other
and then
face,
I'll tell
did
you.
You have no right to judge me! You're all just fake people living in a hypocritical world! I regret nothing! My mother would understand!
You're a villain to the core! But especially that tongue! Honestly, I don't see a villain when I look at your current face either.
Don't humor me. You don't seem surprised by my confession in the least. How long have you known the truth?
I didn't know anything for sure until you chose to take that potion bottle and spare our lives. But if you're asking when I started suspecting you, it was the first time you came to see me at the infirmary. I had to confirm my suspicions. That's why I chose to join this investigation.
Are you kidding me? A young, promising researcher and a wretched criminal? What on earth gave you the idea that they could be one and the same person?
Well, there were no visual clues. This potion's face-changing effects are very powerful. Even as a Melazine, I couldn't see through the disguise.
Oh yeah, so I was talking about adding some mod to Elden Ring, as I was playing to make like some quality of life changes in the game.
Fundamental quality.
Because some of the things were
So you
bothering
think
me,
you're the one who's seen through me, do you?
like make me
Most people
annoying.
probably don't know this, but I think I can guess what your deal is.
For example, like
Melazine constitutions are very close to that of water.
losing your
so it stands
runes
to
when you
reason that the
die.
potion should work
That's
on them too.
it
You
just
said yourself,
annoys
didn't you?
me.
That's
So
why you have a human appearance.
I'm thinking of adding a mod that like
Yes, you're right.
keeps you from losing your runes when you die.
I'll bet it was back in the days when Melazines were discriminated against because of their appearance. It was either carry on living in the gutters as part of an alien race cast out by humanity. So you see, you and I were the same.
Yeah, it would be really good in the start.
That's not important right now. You came here to see your mother, didn't you? Well, I can grant you your wish.
Huh?
Head nurse, I'm not sure that's a good idea in his current state.
Don't worry. Back in the warehouse when I traded the potion for our lives, I was doing it to test him. He was willing to risk sacrificing his only chance of escaping capture by opening the gate in exchange for the potion. Also, he could see his mother again. If nothing else, his concern for his mother is genuine.
I see.
So before you arrest him, please allow him to see his mother one last time.
All right. I understand.
Mom? It's me, Potton, your son. You recognize me now, don't you? Mom, what's wrong?
I'm sorry,
He's
but I have some bad news. I examined your mother last time we were here.
already towards the end game,
Due to
bro.
her prolonged fever, she's
Sorry to tell you that.
lost her eyesight.
What?
Perhaps would be good in them, but you get used to it towards the end game. Your runes are marked on the map as well after you die. Oh, okay, so they're marked on the map where you lost your runes, so you can go back to that place and get your runes back. Right?
Please, Mom, open your eyes.
Yeah, it's just a bit annoying. Yeah. I didn't know that when I started to play, but
Here, take my hand.
yeah, after dying like 50 times or something, that's when I got it. Got that message.
Please, you have to recognize me.
Olivia John, thank you for the follow, Olivia John. Welcome to the stream.
The temperature of his palm must have changed. I'm sorry. It seems I couldn't bring him back to you after all.
It's you. Thank you.
Of course.
Mom, why will you answer her and not me? Why? Why?
No more questions, Potton. She's gone.
Mom? Mom?
I'm sorry to say
Please.
this, Potton, but you and I are not the same.
I'm thinking of if there is any other good mod like quality of life mod that's gonna help me in the start of the game.
Another skincare
Runes
promotion.
loss is a really annoying thing that
fast as
was
last time.
annoying me every
Wonder
time I
what
was
people would
dying.
think if they knew what was in the last batch. Oh, Seedween's here too. Hey, Seedween. Oh, Traveler Paimon, hello. I hope you two got a good rest yesterday after all your
Oh yeah,
hard
also
work.
the RNG, the drop rate.
Nurse's orders, right? Anyway,
The drop rate of like
Actually,
you know
I'm mostly here to help Officer Morgan wrap up yesterday's case.
the drop item, right? The drop rate of items, RNG drop rates of items.
Huge problems. Nope, there's nothing to worry
The
about.
glint sword,
Unless
I had
modified,
such a
Butterfly Dew is
hard
an
time
excellent skincare
trying to get the glint sword
completely safe to use.
because it just wouldn't drop.
Officers have already retrieved
That
all
was
Butterfly
also
Dew
really,
purchased
really
on the market.
annoying.
Now, after consulting Monsieur Nervulette, I came up with a way to neutralize any harmful effects. So it'll evaporate naturally without polluting
Yeah,
water
but a
or
green
soil.
sword isn't really available to buy from anyone. It's a drop item.
Thank
You
you
have
for
to
serving as our consultant, head nurse. All the butterfly dew we
the
recovered has
like
been
the
disposed of, according
I
to
was
your
trying to get it
instructions.
in the early game because the merchant that sells it isn't available in the early game. You have to defeat a boss to get the merchant.
Interrogation records.
So I was having difficulty
Well,
really.
Technically, Potten's records. Anyway, I have them with me. After he saw his mother for the last time,
There was
it was
two
like
items
all
I
his
was
mental
trying to get:
defenses
the
came
glint
crashing
sword
down.
as a second
put up no
weapon,
resistance during the
and the
interrogation
brash
and
shield
answered all
that
our
would
questions.
negate 100% of physical
We
damage.
learned a lot.
I was trying to get those two items, and I had a really difficult time because of the
helping
drop
the
rate.
criminal gang
They
produce
just
sin.
wouldn't drop those two items.
Later,
It's so
he came up
annoying.
with the idea to dilute it and use the resulting substance as a skincare product. Their supplier was Vache. But you could also argue that they were the ones doing him a favor.
Yeah, the
His
Statue of
operation
Marika
helped Vache's
works.
gang dispose of an
And you can
enormous amount of
also
evidence. It made for a seamless collaboration.
you have to every
One
time you
man's
kill
trash was another man's
all of the
treasure,
guards,
and there
you
were
have
no
to
loose
go
ends.
to Gracefield,
It's no wonder we
sit
never noticed what Potten's gang was up to.
sit the actually get the Gracefield, like pass some time in the Gracefield, go back to the soldiers again,
The crimes of
kill all of
Vache
the
and his
soldiers.
accomplices
Hopefully
will
he
come to an
drops
end.
one of them, drops the brass shield.
only a matter of
If he doesn't,
Since the
repeat
flood cut
that
off their
over and
supply of
over again.
primordial
I think I did it
they've been
5
forced to
times
resort
until I got the brass
riskier
shield.
methods, like using their private reserve to attack people on the street.
There's a soldier camp
those
just
attempts all ended in failure.
outside of Stormhill
After
Castle,
receiving numerous reports,
where you
we
get
were
the
able to
horse
zero
from
in on the gang
Millennium.
and eventually round them up.
That sounds more like it.
Based on what he told us in his
Yeah,
confession,
that was
he pretty much
such
had
a
him
hard
backed into
time.
a corner, even though he made a point of distancing himself from the gang while disguised as Rawat. He tried
There's
to throw us off his
a
tail by reporting his accomplices,
there's a
giving him enough
soldiers
time
camp
to transform back
just
into Potten
outside
and see his mother one last
of
time.
Stormhill Castle, I think. The grace
There was one
where
thing he hadn't anticipated.
not Millennia, fuck me,
Had
yes.
been missing for a long time.
Not
We were
Millennia.
very much still on the lookout for him.
Oh,
So, the moment he appeared in public, after changing back to his
Oh.
original appearance,
confusing her names.
So he tried this once before, huh? Guess he really did want his mother to see him again. But in the end... Looking at the interrogation records, it seems like he spent the first sum of money he earned as reward on his mother's treatment.
yes, which is why I suspect that his
Millennium.
initial motive for using the potion was not personal greed, but a desire to become somebody who had the power to save her. Even so, he went too far. In the end, he got what he deserved.
I understand. Thank you for bringing me these records. Why did you want them anyway? Potten was one of my patients, so I need to put together a medical file for him. My teacher always stressed that a person's life experiences are
Melina.
just as important
Yeah,
to their
that's right.
file as their medical history.
Melina. I was saying Millennia.
Like your patient?
Melina.
Isn't he kind of beyond redemption now? That may be true, but a patient is a patient, regardless of the choices that bring
Just
them to make here.
outside of Stormhill Castle, I think. Stormhill Castle. Melina meets you for the first time, I think. And that's
It would
where
be for the best if most of Fontaine
like a
knows nothing of its
soldier
existence.
camp is.
I know my fellow officers and I will be able to sleep easier if that's the case.
Of course, not to worry.
Thank you for understanding. I'll take my leave then.
No, not the church one. When you meet the merchant, I think his name is Cal or Cad. The first merchant you meet, and you go outside, there's a soldier walking in the road. If you follow that road, there's a bunch of soldiers camp.
Actually, genuinely a true
There's
story?
also a lot of loot there.
It really actually genuinely was. But... I know. There are some secrets I can't tell anyone about. But considering everything we've been through together, I know I can trust you with them. Before I tell you, though, could you follow me somewhere? Of course!
Near the telescope sign. If you open the map near the soldier camp, there's a big telescope on the map. Yeah. There's a big soldier at the end of towards the end of the soldier camp. He's the strongest one out of those. He has a really big shield. That shield also has 100% physical damage negation.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
I also haven't beaten the tree center.
Oh, Nervalette and Risley, they're here too!
Good to see you, traveler. Paimon. I trust all has been going well for you.
Big news, everyone. The Udex
The
is out of
Udex,
his
yeah.
office on important business.
Hmm? Is that genuinely something people would consider big news?
Why wouldn't they? Important business is a big deal.
Ah, yes, you're quite right. When someone you care about requires emotional support, being there for them at the right time and place is of the utmost importance. After reading the Maréchal Phantom's reports, I had a feeling a trip here might be in order.
Take note. That, my friends, is how Monsieur Nervalette shows that he cares. We're both here for the same purpose, actually, to accompany SIGEWINNE as she pays her respects to her late teacher.
So the old friend she mentioned was her teacher then? Oh, sorry. Paimon didn't mean to be rude. It's only 'cause SIGEWINNE calls her that all the time, so...
I doubt she considers that title to be offensive, Paimon. Don't worry.
Indeed. In fact, I believe SIGEWINNE would take it as a sign of affection. She has spoken of this doctor on many occasions, and it sounds like she was a truly generous individual. In those days, many people harbored prejudices against Melusines. She was the only teacher willing to take SIGEWINNE on as a student.
Wow. It's really nice of you two to be here for SIGEWINNE. Guess you guys really look out for your younger colleagues, huh?
Younger colleague? Well, that might be true for the Udex, but I'm not sure I can say the same.
Yeah. Risley
SIGEWINNE
is not
served a
younger than
sentence in the fortress
SIGEWINNE.
of Meripede hundreds of years ago, and after she did her time, she decided to stick around. She's been an integral part of our administration ever since. Strictly speaking, the head nurse has been around longer than most people in the fortress, myself included. Pretty sure that makes me the younger colleague.
She served a sentence?
Yes. Long before I became Udex, there was an ancient law in Fontaine that prohibited any attempt to transform another species into a human. Initially, I and most researchers believed this law to have been imposed due to ethical concerns. But now, it seems more likely that the law was nothing more
If you're
than an
torn between
insurance policy,
Neuvillette and
a way
Risley,
for
I
Egeria
suggest
to ensure
Neuvillette.
that her people would remain
He's
insulated
an
from the
absolutely
truth,
broken
thus
character.
enabling them to lead more straightforward, happier lives.
He's totally broken
Ignorance
right
is
now.
bliss, as they say.
He's probably the strongest DPS character right now in the
SIGEWINNE had
game.
her reasons for choosing to obtain a human form.
So I'd
The
recommend
act was
Neuvillette.
nonetheless in clear violation
But
of the
so
law.
is Risley is hot, so is Neuvillette. He's not behind Risley in that regard.
Certainly. SIGEWINNE does not object to her close friends learning about her history. In fact, I first learned of it myself because she confessed the truth to me of her own volition.
Even with their daughter so ill, they kicked you out? Stubborn as always. And prejudice isn't a disease I can cure
I didn't know that. His GA is the same as Jotaro. I didn't know Japanese GA.
Shame that I don't have the energy to get over
While
there.
I'm in Fontaine, I'm only doing English voice acting
You want to save
because
everyone in
this
Fontaine, but you
like
can't even save the
the
patient
French
before you.
accent doesn't really come across in Japanese, but the English one,
I discovered a
well,
strange
they do get the
disease,
French accent
one I
most of
suspect
the
that
time.
every Fontainian suffers from. But without
So for the
witnesses or proof,
immersiveness,
no one will believe.
English is better right now
I had no choice but to
in
experiment on
Fontaine for me.
myself to find a cure, but I hit a wall. And as you can see, it took a wretched toll on me.
I don't know any really Japanese voice acting in Fontaine.
Then you can go cure her.
There's no need. I am beyond saving now.
But, Master...
As I said before,
Yeah, like
doctor's duty is
or
to treat
even they could
whatever
have an
ailments
English
they
voice
can.
acting, but with French voice actors. That would be really good as well.
But they don't trust me at all.
Just the language is English, but with French voice actors.
That girl. She's your first ever patient, isn't she?
I'll do whatever it takes.
Even if it means breaking the law and being punished for it.
As long as I don't hurt anyone. Yes.
Then I shall make one more final gamble. If I am able to work this miracle, then I will have found a way to save all Fontainians, and I shall be able to help you treat that girl. If not, then it means there is one more disease in this world that I cannot treat. In that case, do not come looking for me. I will leave you a parting gift. An accidental discovery happened upon through my study of this strange disease. It has little...
When SIGEWINNE returned, the miracle had not occurred. She found a potion bottle and a note on the table. After using the potion as
Sometimes I think
instructed,
Fontaine is
she
really
gained her
similar to
current form,
Piltover.
breaking Fontaine's law in the process.
Is it really
And
similar
after
to
I had confirmed the
Piltover?
veracity of the events, I gave my verdict.
So that's what happened.
Wait, the Piltover is the high ground, right? And the zone is the slum. Like the underground is zone. Correct?
I fear SIGEWINNE only understood the full story
Okay.
after the truth about the dissolution of Fontainians was uncovered.
Yeah, in terms of technology, you
reflected
could
on
say
all
that
this with that knowledge at hand, I felt a deep
Fontaine
sense of
resembles the Piltover.
As I use the law to uphold justice, there are times when I cannot help but acknowledge its ruthlessness.
But the justice
After
system
the
is
final
totally
details of the
different.
events
Like,
surrounding SIGEWINNE's transformation
like the
came to light,
Fontaine
I checked several sources and, thankfully, the legal code does not
reliability
require
on
SIGEWINNE to
its
shoulder
justice
any
system
additional
is pretty much similar
Wonder
to
how she
how
feels about
Piltover
all
is
this.
going to rely on
Since she
magic going
invited you
forward.
here, I
Yeah.
imagine she intends to speak of these matters with you, no?
Yeah, skyward!
You're here. The old friend I mentioned, SIGEWINNE, the witch who gave you the magic potion, she was your teacher, wasn't she? Sounds like Monsieur Neuvillette filled you in. After learning the truth, it must have been hard to process, huh? Well, to be honest, after I realized what really happened that night, my first thought was that it kind of made
I can
sense.
totally see an anime
It seemed
version of
exactly
Jay's
like the
tales.
sort of thing she would do. But she
Well,
was planning to
Arcane
sacrifice herself
is
and never
anime, to
told
be
you.
honest.
That's just who she was. If lying
Just
is what it
say
took to get a kid to take their
Arcane is
medicine,
anime,
then
you know?
that's what... Alright, but
Just like
why did
Avatar
you
the
turn
Airbender is
yourself
an
in?
anime. So is Arcane. Arcane is also an anime.
I broke the law. Simple as that.
It's made by
My
Riot,
teacher made her choice,
who is a Chinese
and I
company
made mine.
owned by Tencent. So It's already Asian.
True. It's
It's just not
the
Japanese.
way Patton framed it when he was asking you all those questions, it made Paimon really
You can't
mad.
really call it a
You're
donghua.
not like him
You
at
just
all,
call
and
it an
everything
anime.
Neverlet said
Fuck it.
confirms that. And yet, you were still convicted and thrown in prison. It just feels so unfair. Unfair? I happen to think just the opposite. If I hadn't served that time, I'm not sure I would have been able to stay strong when he was questioning me. What makes you say that? I knew you'd be curious. Let me tell you a story.
This story quest has
The
so many
verdict came
stories
down.
inside it, bro.
This Melazine is guilty. The Udex defended the authority of Fontaine Law, but he did not confiscate the Melazine's medical kit. And so, the Fortress of Meripede gained a new little doctor. She still wore her hood and raincoat, even though it never rained in the fortress. Perhaps thanks to her human appearance, no one refused her treatment. She treated more and more patients, and her sentence grew ever shorter. Finally, the people of the fortress could not live without her, and though her sentence ended, she did not leave them either. Then one day, she received an invitation from the outside world. The location seemed familiar, and when she arrived, an old lady was waiting for her. She saw right through the Melazine's disguise, but didn't reveal it. Instead, she asked a question.
Tell me, why do you think you gained the respect of so many people, despite being a Melazine?
Because I look like a human?
It's been 50 years, SIGEWINNE, and you haven't aged a day. I think everyone knows you are not human. I finally found you, after all these years.
Aww.
I still remember, you know. It was you who saved me that night.
But how? I was no longer a Melazine by then.
Does it really matter if you're human or Melazine? I remember the warmth of your palm. It's quite unmistakable. And you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. You don't have to hide anymore, SIGEWINNE. These days, everyone wants to make friends with Melazines. And I think that it's all because of you. I'm sorry I couldn't say this until now, but thank you, Dr. Melazine.
Now that's an ending Paimon can get behind. After hearing everything Patton said, I wanted to tell him that it didn't matter who he looked like on the outside. But it was too late. The warmth in his palm had
He
already
was
disappeared.
looking like the girl from the Red Riding Hood. That little girl.
Problem had nothing
He
to
looked
do with his
exactly
face.
like her.
I understand. Thanks, you two. I appreciate you being here for me while I talk this through. Oh, it's nothing. Our pleasure. Oh, there's one more reason I invited you here. It's about time I finally give you what I promised. In order to restore the appearances of the face-swapping victims, the Marechaussee Phantom gave me special permission to make a few bottles of that potion. And I made one extra just for you two. We don't need it though. Well, even if you chose to destroy it, I still thought I should give it to you first. You two did so much for me. Well, fair enough, but still. If this is the very
You're
last
telling me
bottle
I
in
could
all
look
of the
like a
bag,
Tom Cruise right now?
getting rid of it would
Huh?
feel like kind of a waste. Maybe we can... Melazine physiology wasn't affected by the Great Flood, right? So that means the potion should have a permanent effect on you. In that case, what do you say, SIGEWINNE? Ever thought about transforming back to the way you used to look? After all, from a Melazine point of view, Paimon bets Melazines look the cutest of all. Paimon, after everything,
What is a
do you really
heartfelt
think
if
it
you
matters
don't have a
whether
heart?
I'm Melazine or a human?
Do you think this size of a body can
Paimon
fit a
thinking?
heart?
You made up your mind a long time
Bold
ago.
of you to
Let's
assume.
just destroy this thing. Leave it to me.
Yeah, destroy Paimon instead. Sometimes when I see Paimon floating around like that, I imagine myself just grabbing her and just throwing her, like yeet, just yeet her away into the stars. By the way, are you playing Wuthering Waves, Mike? I have been playing a bit of Wuthering Waves since its launch.
Thank you for complete.
And that Wuthering Waves stop at the I have been playing Wuthering Waves. I'm also going to stop after Changli. After Changli's banner, I also probably gonna stop. But Wuthering Waves has Abby now, similar character to Paimon, and her name is Abby. But it's basically the same. They're basically the same. They're both fucking annoying. But Abby is less annoying because her voice isn't as high pitched as Paimon, so it's bearable. Yeah, pretty nice, pretty much. It's just bearable. Like it's just somehow just barely bearable. Is so annoying. Oh, by the way, you're telling me.
The secrets of the mechanical arts are too profound to convey in a few simple words.
Yeah, me too, me
Why
too.
must the listener grow
I would do the
weary
same.
whenever I begin to divulge them?
It's just our voice is just too annoying, really.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
If you are presently unoccupied, perhaps we could stop
I love
while it
how the
was
Sumer
abode
character
for
is
some
just straight up
repose
told
and
her to shut up.
conversation.
Yeah. There's a 9 in it? Wait. Where's the 9? Right. 621 894 621 894 169 169. User ID does not exist. You have 69 at the end of your user ID. That's pretty cool.
next time?
Is there anything else we need to do today? Oh. Just end the stream for today. I have been streaming for quite a while now. How long have I been streaming for? 4 hours almost. Yeah. I also need to eat. I haven't eaten in 4 hours. Yeah. Good night, Mike. I might stream Elden Ring tomorrow if I can. I don't really have anything to stream in Genshin anymore or in Withering Waves, so I'll probably stream Elden Ring next if I stream tomorrow. Yeah, thank you for being here, Mike. Thank you. Have a good night. You too. Thank you for the follow. I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Good night.